Hey YouTubers, happy Homebrew Wednesday. So I'm filming here by my front door because I have got a few packages today and I haven't had a chance to put them in a different spot, so I figured I'd film right here, right now. Again, I'm filming Wednesday night just to film this, and I'll put it up hopefully before the end of the week. So first off, what I got was I had to order bottles for my quad because I wanted to use the thicker Belgian bottles. I had to order them from Northern Brewer because my local homebrew shop didn't have them, and Northern Brewer was the only shop, online source that I could find that had both these 375 ml bottles and the 750s. So I decided to go for crown cap instead of a cork, which I really wanted because number one, I would have to buy a corker, and number two, because this might be the only beer that I would cork for the whole year, I didn't want to spend the money for a corker just for this one batch. So along with these cool thicker Belgian bottles, I ordered 120 of my custom Holy Brewing Company caps, which you may have seen in the past. I'll include a picture in this video of the up close of the caps, just so you can see what they look like. But it came pretty quickly. I was able to give bottlemark.com a deadline of when I wanted a bottle, and they came through, a lot quicker than I thought. And they even emailed me the next day saying, "No problem, you've already printed these caps. You shouldn't have a problem getting them, within a few days." So that was pretty awesome. And in addition to the bottles, I ordered a new primary. A new PET primary, the bubbler from Northern Brewer. Not the Big Mouth bubbler, but the regular bubbler, which is just like my better bottles, which I'm pretty sure the better bottles, they're not made anymore, or something went wrong and they're not really available now. So I checked the height. It's pretty close to my my 6-gallon better bottle, so it should fit in my firm fridge. So I just ordered another one of these. Because I gave up one of my older ones to sours. So I'll have two primaries once again, and I can't use buckets in my firm fridge with the way I have it set up, so I need this type of carboy, and luckily I have it now. So in addition to showing you these things, I'll include a quick clip of what I picked up from Bitter Nesters tonight for my next beer, which will be a New England style IPA. So like the cloudy, juicy IPAs that you've seen a lot of reviews lately from Trillium, Farmstead, Treehouse, all those breweries. I'm going to put my own rendition on that, and I decided that I'm going to do a grain to glass video for that, just like I did for my 4-grain IPA, which was technically really a New England IPA because it had all those dextrinous malts that give it a bigger body. I just happened to use rye, wheat, and oats instead of just maybe wheat and oats. So, that's really, in Homebrew Wednesdays, I'll show short clips of how it's doing, but for the overall picture, for full brew day footage and the full, just progress of the beer, I wanted to do another grain to glass video because I felt that a lot of people really enjoyed the last one. So that's about it for this clip, but I'll show you off to, again, showing you what I got at Better Nesters, and a short clip of a gravity sample clip that I took of my quad, which is doing pretty nice so far. So cheers, happy Homebrew Wednesday. I don't have a beer on me because I got back from the bottle swap tonight, and I'm just filming before I get ready for bed. So cheers, and hope all your beers are doing well, and if not, if you don't have any beers fermenting, hope you have some great ones in planning. Cheers. Hey YouTubers, happy Homebrew Wednesday. As you know, my most recent beer was a big beer, or quad, so I don't have any brewing footage this week, but I do have the 2-week sample of my First Fruits quadruple, which I told some of you more personal details about when we were in Philly. I'll just give you a little background. After the first week, I wanted to see how well it was attenuating, and I got worried because it was at about 1020, 1022. And I asked around, some people thought it would attenuate, some people said it wouldn't. But the main thing that was worrying me was that the temperature had dropped like almost 2 degrees, and at times 3 degrees. So I just up the temperature on my STC 1000 and let it rise as it wanted to, and it got back up a little bit, and even all the way back up to close to 73, 74 at one point. So as you see here in the picture, which I'll post in the video, after I pour it into my Odell glass, as you see, it's a nice, rich, ruby red color. Exactly what I was going for a quad. And it's a little cloudier now that I pour the whole gravity sample in. But as you see in the picture, I'll post in this video that the beer after 2 weeks is down to about 10, 10, 10, 12, which would put it at exactly 10%, maybe a little over if it if it finishes at exactly 10, 10. So it's going. I said the color is a nice deep, like ruby red, which is exactly what a quad is supposed to be. Obviously no head yet. So the aroma is definitely getting cleaner. It definitely has a nice fruitiness to it. It doesn't really have the molasses that I was hoping to get from the Demerara. The Demerara is such a simple sugar that with all the other specialty malts and the 2 types of candy syrup, you're not really getting the aroma, but you do get that classic dark fruit, dates, cherries. Almost reminds me a little bit of 3 Philosophers from Omega, even though it doesn't have the creek in it. Some nice caramel, but mostly dark fruit, and a lot cleaner and richer smelling than the 1 week sample. So let's taste it. Yeah, I was stupid to take a 1 week sample because it's nice and dry, not too sweet, lots of dark fruits, doesn't finish too heavy on the palate now that it's fermented down that far. It's going to be a really good beer once it's carbonated. It gives me a little hint of like a wateriness at the end, but it just helps leave the palate nice and clean, and it is going to age for at least another week or so in primary to finish clearing out and cleaning up. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with it. So again, this is a 2 week sample. So for a big beer, it's really young, but I'm really enjoying it so far, and I look forward to giving you some more updates in this video, and of course more updates on the beer once I decide to bottle it. Cheers. Quickly, what I got at Bitter and Esther's, in the fridge I have 1 ounce each of Simcoe and Amarillo, just to have, because a lot of my hops are still 2013, and even though they might still be good for the later editions, I wanted to get at least 2014 hops. So I got 1 ounce of Simcoe and Amarillo, and I'll talk about the yeast in a second. And then here I have my 13 or so pounds of grain, and they're all nice and milled and ready to go. And then I got a new bottling bucket because, like my other primary, I sacrificed one of my bottling bucket to sour. So I bought new tubing, new bottling wand, not the growler. The growler I just put in there to help me carry it home on the train, and the new bottling bucket with the new spigot. So in terms of the yeast for this recipe, I wanted to go with the rumored Hill Farmstead yeast, which is the Yeast 1318 or London L3, but they didn't have it, and they said they might get it in tomorrow or Thursday, so I might leave work a little early because I work late on Thursday nights, and pick it up if they get it in. Otherwise, I bought Yeast 1098, or I think it's called British L, which is a close equivalent to what Trillium uses, which is the WLP 007 or dry English ale yeast. So if I can't get the 1318, I'll use the 1098 and see how it comes out. And if it's not, exactly what I was looking for, then hopefully next time I brew New England style IPA, I'll be able to get the 1318. So that's it for the only details I'm going to give you about this recipe, and I look forward to sharing the Grain to Glass video and other updates about the beer and Homebrew Wednesday videos with you as soon as possible.